Hello there! Today we're going to talk about emotional intelligence. In this generation, emotional intelligence is worn like a badge. People say, I have it, I understand. But understanding is not the same as feeling. It's a strange kind of arrogance, actually, to look someone in the eyes and say, I know how you feel. Because the truth is, only you know how you feel. I might have walked a similar road, worn shoes that look like yours, stood in a storm that sounds familiar, but I will never feel the rain the way it lands on your skin. We are different minds, different histories, different beliefs, different wounds. So, don't tell me you understand me when you're not listening. Don't ask for empathy when you're refusing to offer it. That isn't emotional intelligence. That's control wearing a softer voice. So, let's talk about what emotional intelligence really is. It has two parts. One, the emotion, the language of being human. Joy, grief, anger, fear, confusion. The quiet force behind every action, every reaction, every choice we make. And intelligence, the ability to learn, to reason, to adapt, to know that a tomato is a fruit, but still have the wisdom not to put it in a fruit salad. So, emotional intelligence is not knowing how others feel. It's knowing how you feel. Managing your inner world. Recognizing emotions in others without claiming ownership over them. And yes, it can influence. But here's the line people love to blur. Influence used to grow is wisdom. Influence used to bend is manipulation. And that is why the world feels loud, chaotic. Why emotions are steered like weapons. Why anger is profitable. Why fear spreads faster than truth. Someone once told me, men shouldn't be emotional. It makes them weak. But emotions were never a weakness. Not now, not thousands of years ago when women healers were called witches for understanding what others could not. Emotion is power, raw, ancient power. Why use strength when you can make someone cry with a sentence? Why raise a fist when you can raise hope, guilt, desire, and make someone hand you everything willingly? That kind of power doesn't need money. And the real danger lies in not knowing when you're being manipulated. You become a puppet who laughs and cries when told to. That's why emotional intelligence is important and should first be used inward. To be kinder, to listen better, to love without owning. Because people hate being manipulated, even if they don't realize it right away. And this kind of intelligence isn't mastered overnight. It's learned in silence, in observation, in moments where you watch reactions without interfering. Because people don't like being studied. So, when someone opens themselves to you, their fears, their joy, their fragile truths, when they let you read them like an open book, you don't exploit that, you protect it. And here's something else. If you have to tell people you're emotionally intelligent, you probably aren't. Real intelligence announces itself through behavior. The same way real confidence doesn't need a microphone. Saying, "I'm smart," doesn't make you smart. It makes you loud and often arrogant. And arrogance is the loudest sign of emotional ignorance. The truth is, the less people know about you, the more powerful you become. As humans grow wiser emotionally or intellectually, they grow quieter. They don't need applause. They don't need validation. They don't need to prove anything to anyone but themselves. And they certainly don't reveal what they're capable of, because surprise is a form of strength. So think twice before announcing superiority. No one wants to feel small just so you can feel tall. There's a line in Yellowstone that says, when you go to war with someone, you want them emotional. You want them angry. The more they feel, the less they think. That is emotional intelligence used as a weapon. And once you see it, you can't unsee it. How a few convincing words can change minds, move crowds, and reshape the world. But the highest form of intelligence, it's telling someone they're wrong without humiliating them, correcting without crushing, speaking truth without creating enemies. Because even the purest message, if delivered without care, can wound. So choose your words carefully, not to control, not to dominate, but to understand and to be understood. See you later!